everybody. Welcome to It's All Black and White TV. And this is an instant reaction to Chelsea 2, Newcastle United 1. Before we get into it, if you do enjoy what you see, then please do smash the like. It does help the channel up the search. It means new viewers find the channel more easily. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, come and hit the subscribe. Come be part of this great community we got here. Also, hit the bell notification. That tells you when I'm live. Have a pre-record or any upcoming shows as well. You can join to become a member by hitting the join button. It's 99p a month. And also, if you want to make a donation, do that at chat, clicking on $, all money reinvested back into the channel. So, yes, everybody, we have lost again. This time to Chelsea. The warning signs were there from the start. The early goal they got was choked off for offside. And rightly so, it was offside. Palmer's knee was in front. So, yeah, it was rightly choked off. But then we were just being toyed with by Chelsea. We got ripped apart. Palmer gets the ball, pumps the ball upfield, goes past Livramento into the path of Pedro Neto, who then evades the challenge coming in from Cher, takes the ball, rolls the ball along the box. Nicholas Jackson outstrips Dan Burn and makes it 1-0. You're then fearing the worst because you think, right, okay, Chelsea's going to just go for it because Chelsea were the threatening team. And then eventually we get back into the game. A nice ball from Lewis Hall across the goal, and there's Isak to pop it in the net, make it 1-1. Again, another VAR check, but this time our stood because he was onside, just onside, and he was played on by Gusto, who had his foot stuck out. Then you're thinking, okay, 1-1. We have the 7 minutes of added time at the end of that first half as well. I mean, Chelsea had been rampant in that first half, but didn't really threaten. One thing I was noticing that first half as well, Robert Sanchez's distribution was very, very poor. We just could not capitalise on it. That was the problem. I thought we had some good moments in the first half, but then we just looked ragged at the back, didn't we? Cher, Burn just looked slow. Thought Livramento was okay. Lewis Hall was okay. Then we had the 7 minutes of injury added on time because of obviously the VAR checks and that. And then we get to half time 1-1. So I'm thinking, okay, I want to see a response second half. I hope Eddie Howe's laying into them players and saying, right, okay, wake up, get out there, go and get that win. And it was the polar opposite, wasn't it? The second half starts and within 2 minutes, what happens? Cole Palmer scores. Nick Pope beaten at his near post. Keeper shouldn't get beaten at his near post. Very poor goal to concede. And then that gives Chelsea the 2-1 lead. So I'm thinking, right, okay, let's get the response. Chelsea were running rampant, but couldn't get that third goal. And then Isak has a chance for us. And the chance Isak had for us, all he had to do was lay it across the box to Joe Linton, and he would have had an easy tap in to make it 2-2. But he tried to be too clever, Isak. And Joe Linton didn't get the ball, and it just went out of play. And look, it was poor. Again, absolutely bullshit. Then we make a triple substitution, and I called the substitution right. As soon as I heard the commentator say Murphy, Longstaff, and Willock were on the touchline, straight away I said, that's Gnarly, Barnes and Almiron coming off. I called it. And again, why is Tonali coming off when it's 60 plus minutes? Why does he come off in this 60 to 70 minute window? Why? What's going on here? Does anybody know the question? Because I would love to know. Because nobody seems to ask Eddie Howe, why does he keep taking Tonali off in the 60s? Because something's not right here. Something isn't right. Does Eddie Howe not have any faith in Tonali, or do they not say, I don't know, something's not right. And then Chelsea get a penalty. Then it was rightly so choked off because it was soft. Burn barely touched them. And then Kunku went down making a meal of it. The referee bought it, gave the penalty. VAR had a lengthy check, sent the ref to the monitor. He had a look and he realised, yes, I made an error and cancelled the penalty, which was rightly so. Cancel the penalty, rightly so, cancel it. And then the Chelsea fans singing to the referee, you're not fit to referee. Well, I'm thinking, no, he is fit to referee. He's just been told by VAR that he's got to go and look at this penalty. He could have stuck by his decision, but he didn't. He overturned it. You know, Chelsea had other chances to score in that game, and Nick Pope pulled off some good saves in that game. Then the game fizzles out and we lose the game 2-1. What I didn't like at the end of the game was Willisula laughing with Cole Palmer. I'm like, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing, Asula? We've just lost the game. Don't fucking laugh. It's not a laughing matter. You should be angry. You should be upset. Not bloody laughing with Cole Palmer. You know, come on. Honestly, I mean, why brought Willisula on with 2 minutes to go? That was pointless in my opinion. You brought Kelly on to put him at left back. Why? Pointless again. Because we ain't got anybody on that bench that's good enough to come off and change the game. That's the problem. Because Eddie wants to keep these fucking players. The likes of your Almirons, the likes of your Longstaffs. He doesn't want to let them go. He's frightened for them to go in case he can't get anybody else in better. Bullshit. Of course you can. We've had enough now. We've had enough. And I'm sorry to say this, and people will not like what I've got to say here. But I'm seeing a lot of it on social media. I'm seeing a lot of it with fans. Is it time that Eddie left the club? Because look, he came into the club, done really, really well for us, kept us up against the odds, and we stayed up, comfortably, got the Champions League football. But we didn't progress from that. Last season we finished 7th. Yes, we had a lot of injuries, so it was a slight regression. But this season we have badly regressed. We are now 4 points off a European place. We play Arsenal next Saturday. We get beat off them. Other teams win. That means we're 7 points off a European place. Worst thing is we could end up being in 15th place by next Saturday evening. Do we want to be there? No, we do not. Is it time now that PIF turned around and said, look, Eddie, thank you for everything you've done. We don't think you can take the club any further. We're letting you go and get a new man in. Because we got Chelsea on Wednesday in the Cup. They're going to change their team. We can't change our team around too much. They're going to change a full 11 probably and still have enough to go out there and beat us on Wednesday. You know, Chelsea's that confident in the European League they've kept out Cole Palmer from the squad. You know, and that's a cup that we would like to win, the Carabao Cup, because it's a cup that you could go on and win. But I can't see us beating Chelsea on Wednesday. Not the way we're playing at the moment. Chelsea were there for the taking. Sanchez's distribution was awful. Even the fans were getting on his back. But again, we couldn't capitalise on that. That is the problem. We couldn't capitalise on that. So my question is, does people think it's time now that we had a change in manager? Is it time? Is Eddie took the club as far as he possibly can now? And is it time now for a change? He's been here 3 years. Is the time come now for a change? In my opinion, as much as I want to see Eddie succeed, I want to see him bring a trophy to Newcastle. But I'm now starting to think, I'm sorry, but I think we need to move on to the next level manager. There is managers out there we could get who are out of work. Allegri, Terzic, Sarri. Last season, Terzic outdone Eddie twice for Borussia Dortmund. You know, there's some very good managers out there. Some people are saying Mancini, but I'll go Terzic if I'm honest. You know, took Dortmund all the way to the Champions League final. And they just lost to Madrid. So, you know, I would say we need to go to that next level. Our owners are ambitious and they want to be number one. Well, looking at what we've been watching this season, because we haven't been that great apart from the couple of games, apart from the City game, the Wolves game where we came back. You know, but I'm not seeing enough from Eddie Howe, ruthlessness from Eddie Howe. We don't see changes in formation. We just see the same old 4-3-3 every time. And, you know, an elite manager has different formations, changes formations during a game, brings a player on to change our formation, to make that team look better. But not us. We can't. Because we're stuck in one formation. We occasionally play a black five, sometimes. But I don't know. I know you could say it's just because we're being beaten today and I'm upset. Yes, I'm upset. But I've been thinking for a while, is it time for a change in manager? Because I want nothing more than Newcastle to win trophies. I would love to see this. Do you know what? If we won a trophy, I would love to see the reaction when we win a trophy. Because it's going to be mind-blowing. And I want to be amongst that celebration. But is Eddie Howe going to bring us a trophy? And my answer is, I don't think he will. Bournemouth fan says he has a certain ceiling. Once he reaches that ceiling, that's it. I think he's reached that ceiling. I think things are going stale at Newcastle United. I'm trying to be brutally honest here. Yes, we demand a team that tries, but we also want to see a team that can win a trophy. You know, we were close in the 90s to win the trophy under Kevin Keegan. We were close to it with Eddie Howe when we got to the Carabao Cup final. Excuse me, a final we should have won against Man United, in all honesty. But I think the time's come now where we have to now move on, I think. And that is now up to the owners, whether they want to do that or not. That is not up to us fans. We can have our opinions, because football's about opinions. Some people might not like me saying, I think it's time for a change. You know, but at the end of the day, that's my opinion. You might have your opinion that you don't want him to go. I think Eddie Howe's been fantastic for us. But I'm just looking at this season now and I'm just thinking I don't want this season to peter out and we don't end up in the European place next season. Because next week we could be 7 points off the European place. Then we play Forest the week after. And that's not going to be easy. We could end up being 10 points off a European place. How far do we want to fall back before we make a change? Yes, it's a gamble when you make a change of manager. But we need to do something to start rescuing this season before it gets out of hand, and we can't rescue it at all. And we just have to settle for maybe sneaking at the top 10. So, sorry for my rant, but it's coming from the heart. I love this club to bits. And, you know, I just want to see us succeed. And if that means we have to change the manager, so be it. But anyway, I'm coming to the end of this short show. Sorry about the rants. If you have enjoyed it, please don't forget to smash a like. It does help the channel up the search. And also, if you're brand new at the channel, come in and subscribe. Come be part of this great community. Also, hit the bell notification. That tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows as well. But it doesn't matter what we do, if you change your manager or not. We are still Newcastle United regardless. And the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white. And until then, enjoy the rest of your evening, whatever you're doing. You know, I hope we can put on a performance in the Carabao Cup and get through the next round, although it'll be very difficult. It's been a bad day at the office yet again for us. Something has to give, something has to change. Let's see what happens. But until then, I'll see you all later. Enjoy your evening if you can enjoy it. If not, away the land.